Hey everybody, it's Lady T's Things That Bling, crafting and DIYs. Yep. So I wanted to talk to you today about me doing these little tinker trays or trinket trays. And I just wanted you to know on this part that I use 200 milliliters of part A and 200 milliliters of part B of the epoxy and the hardener, and I'm currently using Pro Marine. Pro Marine. I like Pro Marine, but you have to work very quickly with it, and you have to make sure you get all of the bubbles out, because if you do not, you will have a problem later on. So here you see me mixing up the 2 milliliters and the other 2 milliliters, and be sure to stir that until it gets clear. Here I'm picking out mica powders, which I don't even use most of them, but I'm picking them out because I never know what I'm going to do. So that's why I was doing that. Now I got the idea from trinket trays, I call them, or trinket bowls, from several people on YouTube. But there's one woman in particular who I watch a lot, and I said I was going to try it because I just felt like I wanted to try it. I wanted a bowl. So I did, and I'll show you the end result. As you can see, I'm picking out my mica powder. And my mica powder, that one is orange. And I also have orange glitter. So I was trying to see, what it's like to use the glitter in this mica powder together. So the person who I got this idea from, who I watch most of the videos most of the time, is from a lady. Her channel is entitled Pouring Your Heart Out. Pouring Your Heart Out. And she does multiple things with making bowls out of resin, and she does dirty pour painting. She does a lot of things. So if you want to go over there and check her out, it's called Pouring Your Heart Out. Pouring Your Heart Out. She doesn't even know I'm mentioning her name on this, but I'm mentioning it because I got the idea mostly from her. Although, like I said, I watched other videos of people doing resin bowls. But Pouring Your Heart Out, she has a lot of beautiful, beautiful, beautiful items over there. And I was looking at some of her videos. I kind of got a little bit jealous. I was like, I want to get to her level. But we will. We definitely will. It's good to be inspired by other people, but it's also good to make it your own. So I didn't know how to do it, and I decided to watch some videos, and I'm really happy now. I'm excited about doing more and bigger bowls. And I also wanted to tell you that, again, with this Pro Marine epoxy, you have to work fast with it because it starts working very quickly, versus the Dr. Resin that I usually use. The Dr. Resin doesn't set up as quickly as Pro Marine. However, I like both of them. I like them both for different reasons. So it's all good. There are several people you can watch on YouTube who do epoxy and resin trays and bowls, and all kind of people on there. I'm telling you, YouTube, You can find a whole lot out on YouTube. So as you can see, I poured four molds, and those are the smaller molds I poured. And again, you have to be very careful with this Pro Marine and make sure you pop all of the bubbles, because if you don't, you're not going to be happy with the end result. And out of the 400 milliliters, I want to keep saying cc's, but the 400 milliliters, I was able to pour 4 complete smaller trays. And out of the 4, I'm going to use 2 to make the trinket trays. So I'm going to use a black one, and I'm going to use a orange one to make the trinket trays. Now, let me just tell you this. When I was doing the trying to mold the trinket trays, and I'll show you that part, it's coming up. When I was trying to mold the trinket trays, I kind of waited too long to actually mold it, because again, Pro Marine sets up very quickly, and I had my fan on the hair. I didn't think it was going to set up that quick, but it did. So it was kind of hard when I went back to try and mold it, but you'll see what I'm talking about. So right here, I just try to put a little glitter in this one to make it all right. And she's vacuuming right now. I really don't understand why she's vacuuming. But anyway, I was just making a design. I was trying to make a design on there, but I wound up just going in a circle, pouring the glitter on top of it. And you'll see at the end what it looks like. I'm trying to get every bit out of there because this stuff is expensive. You do not want to waste epoxy because it is very expensive. I'm just saying. So I'm going to try to pour the rest of the orange in. Now these molds are pretty deep. They're kind of thick. And after I got finished pouring them and decided I was going to do the bowls with them, I had a little conversation with someone, and we were talking about it, and she kept saying they're too thick. They're too thick. They're too thick. So I said to try, and I'm just going to do it anyway and try it and see what it looks like. Because when you're a crafter, you got to deal with everybody. You want to make something for everybody. So somebody might like a thicker trinket tray and somebody may not. So on the next video, I'm going to try something different with a blue mica powder and see how that works out for me. I'm just trying to fill up my bowls, my trays, my molds. Trying to fill them up because I don't like wasting epoxy. So now, excuse my desk because I took the plastic that I had on the table and put it over on the other table so I could put the molds over there. So excuse the mess. Now you see me demolding the orange one. And I put that little Dollar Tree votive candle in there to mold it. As you can see, I'm putting it on there. And that molding was very hard because the I let the Pro Marine sit for 4 hours because that was the instructions that I saw one of the ladies on the video say, let it sit for 4 hours and then go back and try to mold it. I don't know what kind of epoxy they were using actually, but when I used this Pro Marine, when I went back in 4 hours, it was so hard. I didn't think I was going to be able to mold it. And that's why I had to put so much tape on there, because it was so stiff. And with me trying to do all of that, then I caught the cramps in my hands and I had to stop. And oh, I was crying because it was so bad. Having lupus, when you go through stuff, man, oh shevets. But it didn't defeat me, so I came back. And I just had to keep putting tape on there and pull the tape really hard so that it could form, so that the Tinker Tray could form. When I tell you it was hard, and by it being thick too, it was just almost impossible. So I got those cups from the Dollar Tree, and it's 12 in a pack, and I used that one to mold the black one. I used that one, but I didn't show you that one. I don't know what happened, but whew. Now you see at the end, I took the orange one off, and you can see it's thick. It's the regular mold size, but it's cute to me because it's a Tinker Tray. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be all that. So those two go together, a flat one and a Tinker Tray. And this right here, I was taking the tape off of here. It took me a minute to get the tape off actually. And I'm going to show you. I like the way the black one came out. I like that, you know, it's molded a little differently than the orange one. I had a little trouble getting that tape off. But if I would have left it for like 3 hours and checked it and seen if I could pull it away from the mold and mold it then I probably would have done better. However, I'm going to do another one, so we'll see what happens. And that's painter's tape, and I really had a hard time getting it off of that particular one, and I don't know why. So maybe if you could use masking tape or duct tape. I don't even know if I would recommend duct tape, but you have to have something to hold it. If you wait as long as I did, it was too long. But as you can see, that is it. I love it so much. And then the middle of it, though, left a ring on it from what I was molding it with. But it's still cute. See? Look. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. You just put your rings or your earrings in it. That's the black one. And there's the orange one. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. All right, Lady T signing out.